Welcome to Chicago, Illinois, where the air is hot, the gym is buzzing, and the flavor is all Canadian tonight. We got two teams loaded with talent from north of the border. And trust us, this game's going to be stickier than a bottle of maple syrup in January. If you're watching with a double-double in hand from Tim Hortons, buckle in, because players are ready to heat up this court. This is Basketball Without Borders Canada on SWBA TV, and it might just be the start of some SimWorld prep dreams coming true. I'm JJP alongside my broadcast partner Rico. And Rico, how are you and what are you looking forward to as we get set for this BWB Saturday Showcase with that May 3?
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. And today, I'm just looking forward to seeing some good hoops, just looking forward to seeing some execution, seeing what players are going to really stick out here. Because in the summer, this is the lab work. This is really where you put things together to get ready for your season. And so this is huge.
Yep, tonight's a little different, but that's what makes it fun. We don't have our usual deep scouting reports on 13 of the 16 players taking the floor. That means you're seeing these Canadian prospects raw, just like we are. No hype, just hoops. So we invite you, grab a notepad, open your notes app, hop in the chat, start building your scouting report with us in real time. Nice slam there. Team Blue is up 5-0. That said, we do know three names have already made the SimWorld prep jump. Chris Scotts Jr. on Team Blue, he's representing the North. Enzo Geller on Team Gray, also representing the North. And DeBaron Terrius, another Team Gray player, representing the Bay Area Breakers. And what's at stake? SimWorld Prep offers for a majority of these players. Rico, do you think the pressure is on for these recruits?
Not really. And I say that, JJP, because I think these guys have been playing at a high level their entire life. And I think at the end of the day, it's just basketball, right? Like, it's just you going against another guy and you just try to defend at a high level. You just try to block out what's at stake here, and you just hoop. So I think they'll be fine.
We just saw Team Blue's Kuz Dalil hitting the mid-range jumper. Team Gray is still trying to come up with a score. They pass the ball around. Dominic Dwyer's there on the left wing. Some SimWorld action here on this fine Saturday here in Chicago, 78 degrees. Arias go over to the right side with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Team Gray needing the basket. And there it is.
They needed that. They really needed that because, look, Team Blue has done a great job as far as executing with their off-ball stuff. They're getting some good cuts, and they're getting everything that they want at the rim like that.
Oh, man. A dunk there, and that was Dalil with the assist to Tyner. Kavich Tyner with the slam to make it 9-2 Team Blue. And, yeah, Rico, Team Blue still with the momentum so far in this ball game, but we're really paying attention more to each player's skill set, what they can contribute to, both on an individual setting and both a team setting as well. And, they haven't had months and months of working together, just like SimWorld U teams and SimWorld Prep teams during the regular season. So how does that factor into a matchup like this?
So you definitely want to play your game for sure when you get into this type of style of play where you're not really necessarily as familiar with teammates and things like that, but you still want to execute within the team concept. And so that's why I said, like, you know what's at stake, like you're trying to get to a certain place, but you also have to show that you can mesh with other teammates. And so this is what happens when you go to any level, whether it's SWBA, whether it's getting to SimWorld U, whatever the case may be, you have to be able to adapt. And so that's part of the deal.
So we'll see Dalil at the line for the first set of free throws here in this showcase for Team Blue. Rico, for you, I guess one of the skills that is being heavily scouted upon, especially with these high school recruits, is the footwork. How is the scouting different as far as footwork with these high school recruits compared to maybe, scouting the collegiate athletes?
So you're trying to get to, that level, right? So, I mean, you're wanting to see, okay, do we have a basic understanding? And then you want to see when they get into these games and stuff like that, like we're now to a point where we're not just doing cone drills out there, right? Like it's not individual stuff, like this is the real deal. So you want to see, can a player really put everything together? That's good defense right there.
Yep, Mendonca comes up with the ball on the steal, the deflection, and the three is hit. On the far side, 14-4 Team Blue. Let's name all of Team Blue. They have Kuz Dalil, Malachi Payton, Nicky Scorina, Trey Scotts Jr., who you mentioned, Marion Sauls, Abubakar Willingham, Aston Madonka, and Kavish Tyner. And right now they're up on Team Gray by 10. Team Gray consists of Dominic Dwyer, Eric Lindstrom, Denzel Geller, Baron Terrius, Gustav Green, Agnes Calhoun, Merrick Kelm, and Cayenne Collins. There's a basket for Team Gray to cut the lead. And we'll see how Team Blue responds after putting up the basket on defense.
And you talked about it a little bit, JJP, when you're talking about the skill set. You also want to see, does a player know how to read as well? Because that last play that we saw from Team Gray coming off the pick and roll, does the player make, oh my goodness.
Oh, interrupting you there with the slam. Oh my goodness. That's one that will be nominated for the SimWorld top viral plays, and there's a layup in response. But Rico, go ahead. I didn't continue your report.
Yeah, I'm going to cut my own self. That was a terrific jam, but you got to make the proper read off the screen and roll, right? Like you want to see, does a player read that? Does he rush it? Is he, going to the jump shot before he even waits for a guy to come off the screen? And so these are little fundamental things that you're trying to find out about a player in these type of runs as well.
It was Dominic Dwyer who came up with the jam for Team Gray, lit up this crowd. See if Dwyer touched the ball once more. Nope, it'll be a jumper. The shot clock winding down, and Team Blue in transition here. Now Team Blue with the stronger performance on offense. They've been able to lock down Team Gray, especially early on. Top of the key now. Yeah.
I was going to say, I've been impressed with the way that Team Blue is moving. And see, like that was a perfect screen right there, and just opened it up for his guard. He makes a terrific play, gets to his left hand. And so I think the execution for Team Blue has just been a lot better for Team Gray. Because that last possession before, actually I think my man had one more pass, even though the shot clock was going down, because they had a pin down on the opposite side of the floor.
Dwyer takes it over to Kelm. And Kelm with the bright yellow snakes. Goes back to Dwyer, and Dwyer in the paint. Not successful that time. Go out to Green over on the far side. 8 more seconds on the shot clock. Dominic Dwyer off a screen. One spin move. Will this be good? No, it's blocked. Blocked by Team Blue. Here's Mendonca. Monster slam from him.
And I tell you what, I was very impressed with the way that Dyer came off of that screen, because he's done a terrific job the last couple times. The defense was just better on that last possession.
So 20-8 the score here in the first quarter. A lot of skills being showcased, even with highlight quality, jams and assists. Gotta love what we're seeing from both sides. So Team Gray able to cut the lead to 10.
It's a battle right now. I think that Team Gray is really trying to find their way, but Team Blue, I mean, they just continue to get paint touches, and that can definitely hurt you, especially when you're starting to open up three-point shooters, because if you can't stop the penetration to the lane, you're certainly going to leave some shooters open.
Team Gray calls timeout with 2:49 here left in the first quarter. And what can a player do, Rico, to stand out on the glass when the rebounding battle is crowded and aggressive?
For me, when I'm looking at a rebounder, I want to see where his position is. I want to see, is he physical as well, as far as boxing out, his man and everything else. And so really just looking at the basic principles and how quickly can you get us into our stuff. Because as a rebounder, as soon as you get it off the glass, I want to go ahead and push the pace.
Yeah, I asked that question because we want to encourage our viewers to pay attention to the rebounds as well. It's not just who makes and who misses and who is cold and who is hot, but who comes up with the rebounds, who comes up with the offensive boards and knows where they're at on the floor. And we want to promote this live EM giveaway. The EM giveaways won't begin until we hit 50 concurrent live viewers here on this Saturday stream. So share this video, share the link all over social media. All your friends who have all the free time today on this Saturday, and also those who are busy as well, make them aware of what we have in store for Basketball Without Borders today, Canada edition, tomorrow, Europe edition here in Chicago.
That's a good showcase so far. I mean, the teams have been putting up the points, especially Team Blue right now.
Looks like we got some subs in for Team Gray, including Magnus Calhoun. As it's a paint battle for Team Gray. Team Blue comes up with the rebound, but a steal. Okay. Good showing there by Sauls, but could not finish. On the other side is Tyner, who tries for the three, no good. He pass, oh, lost there. Sauls, a little chaotic on those sequences for Sauls. Oh my goodness! The putback jam off a missed three. It's now 24-10 Team Blue.
And that was tough. And I like Sauls. I like his energy. I like how he got the steal, and he's just got to catch the basketball there. But that last play, he got back a little late on the box out, cost him some points there.
You got to wonder why this team is wearing the color of blue. They should be wearing red because they're on fire with the jams and the steals. We're seeing chaos against their opposition. This is the Canada edition of Basketball Without Borders. Kind of wish the jerseys were red and gray instead of blue and gray here, but nice work. Another slam dunk. Team Blue firmly in control.
Continue to get to the paint at will, and so that was a nice little pick and roll action, guard going right to the rim. And so going back to the jersey color, I mean, being in Chicago, you know me, I think that they need to wear red, you know, for the Chicago Bulls there. So that's where I'm at with it.
Willingham bringing this ball up. With 1:11 left in the first quarter. His team is up 12. Willingham, a jumper, does not go through. And there is Geller with the rebound representing the North. Less than a minute remaining, and Kelm over on the left wing goes to Calhoun, and Calhoun showcasing the speed, crossing court. Trying to back off his defender, makes it happen off the glass.
And that's the way that you stand out right there, because he really didn't have too much of anything, and I love how he set up the defender, got into a nice little drag step layup right there. So that was nice, very nice.
It's Tyner's turn. He makes it work. Bank shot for him over Kelm. And so that's something that maybe played over and over to scouts, his ability to score over his defenders. We'll have to figure out these heights of each of these individual players. And a step back, misses. Not the best move for him there. Team Blue in transition. Yeah, Rico.
I was just going to say, yeah, with Tyner, I mean, when you look at that back-to-the-basket game, I mean, as much as bigs kind of stretch the floor and shoot threes and stuff like that, you need somebody that can get down there and get you a bucket from the box.
Catch and shoot for DeLille. It's through. Now 15-point lead.
Outstanding execution. Just outstanding execution right there.
And will DeLille's make? This ends the first quarter here. Basketball Without Borders on SWBA TV.
See the game, be the game.
Hey everyone, I'm JJP, and if you're looking for the most immersive basketball RPG experience out there, welcome to SimWorld Sports. Whether you're a player or a coach, your decisions shape your career. From SimWorld Prep to SimWorld U, all the way to the pros, every move, from game strategy to media perception, impacts your legacy. This isn't just a simulation, it's your basketball journey. SimWorld Sports, the only place where you can see the game, be the game. back here from quarter number 2, we saw Kuz Dalil hit the open catch and shoot to finish out the first quarter. Rico, how wise was it from Team Blue to go to the hot hand Dalil on that last possession there in the first quarter?
I thought that was very wise, and I love the patience there because that is something that you're also looking for from your pro guard. That is a terrific read right there. So that's one of the things that we were talking about with the skill set. You have to have clock awareness, game management as well, and just understanding your personnel. And I think that that's what we're really seeing from the guards here from Team Blue. I think that they're doing a terrific job as far as running the show and being an extension of the coach, because that is going to pay off at any level in basketball.
So Deki Skorina for Team Blue already recording a dunk and a rebound in this quarter. There's a miss in the paint from Team Blue, so Team Gray trying to take advantage. And we want to mention Canadian basketball players who have been successful. Oh boy, whiff there on the alley-oop. That won't make the low lights, but I mean, they have plenty more opportunities the rest of the way here in the showcase. Nice 3 in response to the whiff on the alley-oop. But how about Canada? They've been quietly building a basketball empire. Not so quiet anymore in the SWBA. You got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray, RJ Barrett, Benedict Mathurin, and vets like Andrew Wiggins, Kelly Olynyk, and Dylan Brooks. So Canada's not just sending players, they're sending leaders, scorers, and stars. And all these men on the floor looking to reach that point in the SWBA, Rico.
Absolutely, and gotta mention Alex Rodriguez there. I was thinking about here from Marquette. I always enjoy watching his basketball game, and I think it's something that's certainly going to evolve here next season. But yes, I think that Canada's in a great situation as far as how they are. I guess I should say farming basketball right now, because man, they just continue to keep getting basketball players left and right that can be effective at all levels.
Yeah, Canada's always had an excellent basketball culture. I know Toronto's their only SWBA team at the moment, but they've had pro ball in Vancouver as well in the past. So it's like you said, the whole farm system, and these guys rising in the ranks. You never know who will pop up in one of the Blue Bloods in SimWorld U.
You don't. And see, what I love about it too is that over in Canada, there's a lot of semi-pro leagues and stuff like that. So there's tons and tons of talents out there. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of games and stuff that we don't see, and you're starting to see it on full display here in this showcase, at the skills that are coming out of Canada.
You think they ever collaborate with their hockey brethren to kind of learn toughness on the court? I mean, we know Dylan Brooks shows a lot of aggression on the court. He's on the Suns, right? He's on the Suns right now.
Yes, yes, he is. Absolutely.
Oh, he'll be terrorizing the West over there in the SWBA. But you got to wonder if you see the mix of hockey and basketball going on, especially the prep ranks.
And, hockey it's an interesting sport, and I'm glad that you brought that up, JJP, and it's one that I don't even know if I'll ever quite understand it. But I tell you, with the toughness that those guys bring, I think that some of this stuff could certainly translate. I'll just put it out there that way.
Right. Well, at the very least, there's a lot of footage of the brawls that happen over in youth hockey that they can look at and be amused at and be like, man, I really got to... I mean, I don't want to break any rules on the court, but at the same time, I do want to intimidate my guys whenever, the time arises, and that's always part of the game. So it's also what you want to see in the game if you're a fan too.
Absolutely.
All right, SimWorld isn't just a game; it's an experience, and if you're not tapped into our media feed channel in the Discord, you're missing out on a ton of content. We're talking high-quality highlights, breaking news, player interviews, and cinematic moments, all crafted with next-level production value to make SimWorld feel as real as it gets. And the best part, it takes no time at all to jump in and engage. A quick watch, a comment, a reaction, it's all right there, ready when you are. Lots of discussion here throughout the weekend. We want to see you join in and talk about our universe known as SimWorld.
So, JJP, I put out a question yesterday, and I was trying to figure out, who would you start a franchise with? And so I had like Kevin Durant, I had LeBron, I had the Joker out there. I had Shai Gillis, Steph, if I didn't say that already. Hey, in their prime, okay? You know exactly what they're going to bring to the table for your franchise. And so we're talking about them in their prime, and you got tons of time left with them. Who are you starting your franchise with?
Oh, I just saw, I saw your post, and, well, I'm not his number one fan, but I would definitely say LeBron would be the guy you would center your franchise on.
Yeah.
Especially prime LeBron. Not really vet LeBron.
Yeah.
That's prime LeBron, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of LeBron,
Damn.
that was LeBron-ish right there.
The crowd is impressed.
So we're talking, I love this too. We just got clarification from the truck. And so I'm thinking, we're talking just, if we knew we could go in the time machine, okay, we know what they can do, right? And so who would you pick out of that? So prime, you get him as a rookie. I don't know what it is that you want to look at it like, but who are you starting the franchise with? And so I think the consensus has been a lot of people saying LeBron. They feel like LeBron, what he brings from the skill set, and just what he could do overall from the floor would be who they go with.
Yeah, and oh my goodness. I was about to bring up another point about LeBron, but there's another jam on Team Gray's side. So they're currently down 14, but they're putting up the nice runs over to the rack, slamming it down. And wow, a lot of good plays to choose from for our top viral vid. We got the end of the week. Willingham for 2, no good. But to clarify, if I had to choose which prime LeBron, I would honestly pick the LeBron towards the end of the Cavs run, the initial Cavs run. Wow. Or work on the dunk end. Mainly because I would say LeBron was a little bit more of a team player then, and was more open to meshing with the guys. But I want one guy stealing the show. That's kind of my thing when building a team.
It's funny because I've been watching, that's a nice tip right there. I watched a lot of LeBron stuff back when he was prep, saw his first game against the Kings and everything else. Saw, just basically all his stints with Cleveland and everything else. And so I will say that the guy has been a generational player with the things that he can do on the court. So. And for me personally, if I'm picking him, which I'm not necessarily saying that I am picking him, but if I were to go with one, it would probably be the one that I'd say that was probably heading into the Heat, so probably after that first stint with Cleveland. I'm probably right there, right? Because he still got to another level, I think, as a player, and still had so much more to, I think, offer a franchise at that point. So probably if I were to go, I'd say at that point.
Right, he showed what he could do with a less than ideal deep roster overall towards the tail end of his first Cleveland stint. As we see another score from Team Gray as they're on a little bit of a run here in the second quarter. But Rico.
I was going to say JJP Mo Williams, right, who coaches Jackson State, I believe. His teammate, they had the best record in the Eastern Conference that year, and they got upset by Dwight Howard and that Magic's team, which went on to get beat by the Lakers. But, he definitely took a roster that just really didn't have much in those Cavs years and just maxed them out. So,
do they have any documentaries about those LeBron-led teams? Because that would be great viewing material for these high school recruits and some of these prep players.
They absolutely do, and they have one in which he comes back to Cleveland, and so a very interesting documentary, 30 for 30, especially since the person that's narrating it did a book about LeBron that I'm not going to say it on the air. Maybe that's something that we have off air and we could take a look at it, but it was wild. It was a wild sequence. So.
I see. Timeout has been called. 2:28 remains in this second quarter. It's two squads from the north going out. Tomorrow is our Europe edition. It will be early afternoon broadcast. If you're on the West Coast, it will be in the morning. 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Basketball without borders. And let's call out some of the players that will be involved in that one. And some players that will be in it for Team Blue: Emmanuel Blackman, Jamal Lawson, Bernard Hall. Team Gray: Scott Marnock, Don O'Reilly Jr., Nikola Ivosic, and a lot of European regions representing here in Chicago. Same floor. And it's going to be a fun one, Rico.
Absolutely is. And I just want to see, when we talk about Euro basketball, right, it's just the game has evolved so much. You have players where I think they say they don't necessarily split them up into skill groups, and so you don't have guards that just hang out with guards and stuff like that. You have, bigs who are doing the guard works and stuff like that. So that's why you see guys like Wembanyama who are able to come over and they can do everything. They're the unicorn. And so I think that that's what you see with Euro basketball. And so I'd like to see, is that what we're going to see in tomorrow's showcase?
Yeah, a couple more Euro guards that I can think of: Jokic and Luka. And they've been terrorizing the rest of the SWBA with their unpredictable play on the floor. You never know what position they'll take up. And it's been a pleasure watching their careers unfold. We all know Jokic has a championship.
Nice shot right there.
There you go with the top of the key three. Team Blue. That gives a little cushion to their lead. With a timeout and a nice assist. Green comes up with the slam. Gustav Green for Team Gray. Wait, no, that was not good. Oh, I had my head down real quick and he actually missed it. Oh my goodness, Team Blue comes through. Gustav Green rejected. We'll see if he has another shot. But get here in the final 131 of the second quarter. There's Green. Wants redemption. Out of Calhoun. Style, there's there. If first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again.
That was a nice post up right there. And I tell you, the scoring is picked up for Team Gray. They've loosened up a little bit. And I think that this game is one in which they can possibly get back into. They could just stop Team Blue from just getting downhill.
What Team Blue employs here? Oh, it'll be a foul called on Kelm. Merritt Kelm. Couple free throws coming up for Team Blue. 47-39 our score here late in the second quarter. Team Blue started off strong. And then Team Gray, somewhere in the middle of the second quarter, went on a run, put out a flurry of dunks to trim the lead. And now Blue somewhat back in control. They've earned a trip to the line. How about drawing fouls? Is that a skill that is something that really should be looked at this level?
I think so, because it's so much a part of the game. Because, at the end of the day, like, you got to give defenses a lot of credit. But I do think that you look at what Alexander is able to do on a night-to-night basis, and is get to the free throw line. And that is a premium in this game, because when you get to the free throw line, hopefully you make them, but then you have a team that's going to have to go against a set defense. And so you really take away the transition type of play that a lot of teams like to run.
Dominic Dwyer going to work his way. Goes with a turnaround. No good. Lindstrom grabs the offensive rebound, and now Calhoun able to hit that one from long range. It's now 48-42.
Yeah, and see, I like the fact that what you're seeing from Team Gray is now they're playing a lot more physical at the rim, making it tough on Team Blue, but you can tell that they've really settled in. The jump shots are starting to flow a little bit better for this team, and you can tell the spacing is a little bit better. So I think that first quarter is a bit clustered on the offensive end.
Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Team Gray looking to cut this lead even further. Miller, top of the key. And he'll miss with that to attempt, and reached the halftime point. Team Blue up 48-42 here in this Canadian edition of Basketball Without Borders.
I've been a part of SimWorld Sports for over 2 years now, and it's been a great experience. There's so much stuff you can do, such as immersive media. You know, they have great media members, and they have people behind the scenes who do such a great job and put a lot of dedication into rooting this with realism. SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game.
When the shades of evening fall and shadows drift across the land, oh, how I wish that you would call, 'cause being without you I just can't stand. In the morning when I wake, I'm yours, and when you're gone away, I want you even more. I'm stuck on the thought of you. I'm sick like I caught the flu. I just wanna walk with you and tell you how I see these guys. I cry black tears whenever you're away from me. I'm trying not to lose my mind, 'cause inside you set me free. These guys, I cry black tears whenever you're away from me. I'm trying not to lose my mind, 'cause inside you set me free. Every second that goes by, I'm in need. And every time I close my eyes,
We go with quarter number 3, Team Blue. Starting off with the ball here in the third quarter. They're up by 6. Team Blue, Kuz Dalil has been their key player. And now he's trying to pick up where he left off. Scoring there is Kuz Dalil. How about that, Rico? He started off the game hot and starts off this third quarter hot as well.
When you're getting into these showcases, one of the things that stick out to you when you're looking at this stuff is the player's confidence, right? And so the way that he started and the way that he came out in the second half, that tells me a lot about a player. Because, look, at the end of the day, you are trying to put together a couple halves. So I don't need a player that's just going to come out here and then he looks good for a spurt. I want to see what you're going to do, whether you're up or you're down, what type of energy you come out with. And so I like the fact that he's come out of halftime and he's just as aggressive as he was in the first.
What can basketball players do to maintain that confidence level, even with halftime break, the convening in the locker room, and the little bit of the cool down? But we saw Dalil, continue his shooting spree. So how really do you maintain that confidence level as he comes up with a nice assist and a dunk there by Tyner?
Well, JJP, I mean, just speaking for me, when I'm in, just games and stuff like that for myself, you're stretching. You're also listening to what coach is talking about, but you're just focused as far as you want to see what you need to do in the second half. And so just looking at what players are doing as far as looking at the score sheet and stuff like that, you're locking in and you're saying, okay, look, we had so many turnovers, we got so many threes and stuff like that. So you're making mental notes out there. And so you really never unplug from the game, even if you're in the halftime situation. At least I think that's how you want to approach it coming out into the second half.
Well, Team Gray in the first half was more of a team effort. Dwyer's had some moments of shine, and there is another nice reverse layup. Basket scored by Dominic Dwyer. Now Mendonca!
Oh, wow.
Over the defender. It's been Dunk City for Team Blue so far today in Chicago.
And the back cuts have been terrific. And so I love the off-ball action that we see from Team Blue. That was a terrific read right here from point guard over the screen right there. So I think that's one thing that Team Gray has done to be able to get back into it. I think that they've run the pick and roll a lot better. But with Team Blue, I mean, the ball is just not sticking, and it's moving with a purpose, and it's finding shots like that. That's exactly what Team Blue's done all afternoon.
Dalil has been a delight. He makes that long-range make. And Team Gray, they've been able to put up at least one made three. Here they go up with short range with a nice assist to it from Dominic Dwyer. So 11 points is the difference here in the third quarter, 6:58 left. Trey Scotts Jr. working in the paint. He's able to score with the right hand.
I love how he gave him the drop step down there. It's almost like a lost art in the game of basketball because we shoot so many threes and we're in transition and everything like that. I'm telling you, JJP, like, it's great to have a player that you can dump it down to and could go get you a bucket. That was a terrific finish right there.
And one for Team Gray. The foul is committed by DeLille. So other than a highlight reel dunk, Rico, what's one thing a player can do that would make every scout sit up in their chair in these showcases?
Me, I want to see the little things as far as the effort. So I'm a defensive guy, so I want to hear what the communication is. I want to see, does he fight over top of things? Is he letting his teammates know, hey, we're in hedge, we're in drop? Does he understand where everybody needs to be on the floor and really wanting everybody to be connected on that end of the floor? And that's also, too, what I'm looking for offensively, especially when you're looking at players and things like that, because you're not going to just be a scorer out there. Can you go and be that guy that's going to stretch the floor? Are you the point guard that's going to put everybody into their place? You know, are you the slasher? I want to see what players are doing as far as coming in and just filling out their roles. And so those are things that really stick out to me, and that's how you get the opportunity to go to level to level to level.
Absolutely. Here's Kuz DeLille. He'll shoot his first free throw. In the first half, he only missed 2 shots. And he continues to add on to his point total today. It's the energy coming from this individual today. It's really what makes him stand out. But credit to those around him as well, trying to find him for open looks. And
He's been a terrific combo guard too. Not to cut you off, JJP. Go ahead.
Oh, good. No, I mean, I was just gonna say, great way for Team Blue to be able to find DeLille throughout. But yeah, continue your point, Rico.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's looking like a terrific type of combo guard. So he's shown that he can handle. He's also shown that he can play off ball and things like that. So really, when you're talking about a combo guard, that just tells me that my offense is just that much versatile, right? So when I look at combo guards, just speaking of right here in Chicago, like a guy like Kobe White, you got a guy that can come in, he can play the transition game, he can get you some assists, he can knock down the threes. Yes, he can come off screens, he can do various things like that. So there's so much that I can do with my offense when you're playing with combo guards.
The matchup here at the top of the key, Dwyer versus DeLille, as Dwyer gets it over to DeBaron Terrius. No good there. Trey Scotts Jr. with the rebound. Scott over to Mendonca, and wow, reverse jam for Mendonca to make it 67-53.
He's been in the right spot really all day for Team Blue. I think that he's doing a terrific job as far as just making himself available around the rim. And it's one thing to make yourself available, but it's another thing, wow, he just got dunked on right there. It's another thing to go ahead and actually finish the plays. And so I think he's doing a terrific job as far as doing both of those things.
That was Eric Lindstrom. One up high for the alley-oop. Lots of dunks so far in this Canadian edition of Basketball Without Borders. This crowd, I mean, they've got their money's worth so far.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a terrific showcase, and even though Team Gray has been down, I do like the fight that I'm seeing from them. I mean, they haven't given up, and they continue to keep attacking, and so I think at some point, maybe something changes here for them. Peyton
trying to navigate. Bumpy ride for him. And backs up, but tries the attempt, ends up getting fouled. That was Gustav Green there with the foul.
Okay, so I liked it, but I didn't like what he did right there because he did get the foul. I think he got bailed out by the ref, but this is where you want to see if this player can get to, the same foot, same arm type of layup. You see that a lot at the SWBA where you see that where guys slow down, kind of drag that foot and go for the layup. And so I think that he did a great job as far as initially probing the defense, and he got where he wanted to. You wanted to see maybe his teammates give him a little HBO there, which is help a brother out because they could have went ahead and cut and made that a little bit easier, but he still got to the free throw line.
Let me write that down in my notes. HBO, help a brother out. As it looks like got some subs in from both sides. More free throw coming up, but I don't love your critiques, Rico. I mean, these scouts probably share the same sentiment, but you got scouts, paying attention to different types of attributes here in the showcase. That's another thing to point out.
Trying to get us another contract, man. Because we watched Sniper J and the legend himself out there, B-Ron, right? So these guys are breaking it down. I'm saying, my gosh, I can't keep up with the notes that I'm trying to take as I'm listening to them. So I'm trying to get us another contract. So hopefully we get picked up next season.
Heck yeah, dude. You're in line for a bonus if the extension comes through. Team Blue with the steal. There's Peyton. There's a positive for his scouting report. Finishes with the layup. It's now an 18-point lead for Team Blue.
Oh, man. I tell you what, Team Blue is doing a good job here as we're joking around, man. They're doing a great job as far as putting their foot on the pedal because, you talk about, hey, we need to finish out there. And so this is one of the things that I'm looking at, too, as a scout. We're up, but are you still playing as if we're down? That tells me a lot about a player, and that is another skill set that I'm looking for as far as moving up to the next level.
And for many on the floor, this is really their one major chance to showcase their skills on national television. And making it happen there, Team Blue with the layup. So 75-57 our score at this point. But yeah, just playing hard the rest of the way. We got 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in this quarter, and then the fourth quarter. A lot more chances, possessions to show off both the offense and the defense. As Geller comes up with the rebound.
Going to be a lot of people that are going to move to the next level here. So JJP, and so look, man, did you get a chance here to check out some of the finer things here in Chicago? Because one of the things they talk about all the time is deep dish pizza. And so haven't had the best luck, my man, with the deep dish. I have not had the best luck here in Chicago, my man.
Are you going to hit me when I say this? But right now I'm on a little bit of a diet. So I've had deep dish pizza here in Chicago. And last time I've had it in Chicago was probably a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I'm willing to break that diet for you, Rico, if we go out and get some pizza.
Oh, man, I appreciate that, JJP, man. Last time I was coming back from Chicago, and Mikal Bridges, he was on the flight with me. And seriously, and so, man, it's a great time always in Chicago, man, and just enjoyed my time, but didn't have good pizza. I'll tell you.
Oh, man. That was a good-looking shot, though. Team Gray still looking to cut the lead to single digits as we're now in the final minute of the third quarter. But, every single trip I make to Chicago, I got to go for the Chicago-style dog.
Yeah.
I mean, quick service. Can even stack up Chicago dogs.
Oh,
my goodness. Man, through the garden, but still able to come up with the jam there. It's now 10 points, the difference between these two squads from Canada. Oh, my. Monster block. Now off the glass goes Lindstrom. It's now an 8-point ball game.
And that should have been an and one. I mean, I think that he definitely got fouled on there, and so that was great body control. But I love the way that Team Gray has stepped it up here the last moments of the quarter.
For the final 5 seconds. Jumper is able to come through. It's spun through the net. 1.3. And
That's tough.
that will do it for quarter number 3. Team Blue leads this one. We'll see if Team Gray puts up a run and tries to catch up against their opposition here.
Man, that was a tough shot at the end.
Green light, let's get it. 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 I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Hello, I'm Timothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gon' say now? We came along from last place, bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of this surf, I get touchdown. I take a loss, get it back 8. I'm in the gym putting numbers up. You never there, you got bad traits. Never excuses or cover ups. Learn from the losses and bad breaks. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Who said I wasn't him? Who said it? All this talk about who's on top and who's not. Miss me with the gospel. Check the score, yeah. See me coming off the screen. Know I gave myself the green light. Catch a shoe from the 3. If I'm not the one, it doesn't seem right. I need like 2, 4, 5, 6 in them rings. I'm talking back to back to back like 23. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
All right, so we are beginning quarter number 4 here in Chicago in this Canadian edition of Basketball Without Borders. But before that, just wanted to shout out the MVPs of our past Basketball Without Borders broadcast. In the Asia edition, it was Hiroshi Omega who won MVP. As we see a miss there, rebound by Team Blue. Mbosu Mandela, Africa MVP. Another miss. And we have this game between two squads in Canada. Tomorrow is a European edition. And then we have 3 versus 3 Hoop Hooligans tournament. It's coming fast. We'll all go down on Friday, August 9 at 1 p.m. The heart of the Bronx at Sackwood Arena. Oh my. Decky Sporina, Duncan Decky makes it 81 points for Team Blue. But back to the Hoop Hooligans tournament. 12 elite teams, single elimination. And the first to 21 wins. No room for error. No room for excuses. The champs take home 9,000 EMs. Runner-up grabs 3,000. The real stakes, real rewards. August 9, mark your calendars. The Bronx Heat, be there or be beat.
You talk about pressure right there. I'll tell you what, JJP, you starting to play for some money now. You playing for some M's. Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, but, oh, man. Eller goes high for the dunk. Saw the team makeups for the 3 versus 3 tournament, and I'm loving some of these team names that have come up. Ohio Midwest Mafia, Cali's finest, SimWorld Infantry Division, Yan's World Order for life, Offense Just Kills, aka OGJK, BJT, or dunks coming in this showcase. E-Check, Straw Hat Gang, ISO Society, and Queen City. So just gotta name all those squads for our upcoming tournament, August 9.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Man. And he reminds me on that play of a player from back in the day in the SWBA, killer crossover, Tim Hardaway. That's exactly what I saw right there. And I just love the athleticism to finish it. So he's had a terrific day today, and he continues.
These Canadian ballers just trying to steal the whole entire summer here in SimWorld with all their dunks, trying to out-dunk possibly our 3 versus 3 participants. But this should be a message and motivation to those participants who are in the Bronx. More of a show, perhaps. We'd love to see it. Summer continues to heat up. Right now, it's a single-digit lead for Team Blue. And there's some work in the paint. Team Gray cuts the lead even further as we approach the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, man, I tell you what. You talking about just the Canadians out here hooping, man. Man, did they listen to that new Drake, What I Miss out here? Because these guys are just amped up today, I tell you what.
Steiner, had 2 tries, couldn't make either of them. So Lindstrom. Along to Geller. Geller dunks on Tyner. 83-81 now here in Chicago.
And I've loved the response from Team Gray. Remember, we've been talking about this since the end of the first quarter. They just were a team that hasn't gone away.
Oh, excellent move there. Going for the slam, Team Blue. They're commanding the lead, but we'll be a little more careful. 6:18 remains in this fourth quarter. And so from a scouting standpoint, what do you really look for in close games like these, Rico?
Well, pun and unpun, right? Like, I don't even think that's a word, but clutch. That's what we're looking for, clutch. Because now, when we were talking about this earlier, and pressure and stuff like that, now we have a different situation in a game, and I feel like that really, situations are the greatest teacher. And in basketball now, we have a moment in which you are up. Now you're close to being caught here. How do you respond? And then if you are that team that you've really been hunting this whole time, can you get over that mountain? And so I like to see what the response is going to be from both teams, players, coaches. I want to see what the response is in this pressure type of moment.
If it comes to possibly a game-winning buzzer beater, would you say you would also examine a player's body language to see if they look mature and ready for the next level?
You have to, right? Because I want to see at this point in time, look, we got 6:18 left. You've obviously got a lot of emotion. You got a lot of energy. Okay, they're right there. We can see them. But are you still going to execute as if you've been doing it? Are you going to rush your shots a little bit more? Do you rush your play actions a little bit more, your screens and everything else? Are you still fundamentally sound? Are you still that composed? And so it's the little details that I want to see from both sides. And, for Team Blue, you've been up this whole time. You could lose the lead. How are you going to respond, right? Do you go, okay, we've lost all the momentum, it's on their sideline, do you just pretty much pack it up? Or do you go, okay, no, they've done a great job as far as responding, we're going to come back and we're going to respond and take control of this game?
Lindstrom gets bumped by Mendonca. He earns a couple free throws. So another opportunity. He definitely took a bit of punishment over on the side of his torso there. Trying to go for the layup, drawing the foul. And that, the instinct on display to be able to draw the foul in this scenario. Probably didn't find an ideal spot for an open catch and shoot.
But JJP, this was a smart play because what happens now is you get a chance to score the basketball and the clock is stopped. And so this is terrific right now because you've been running frantically to get back into this. You get a chance to get to the free throw line. You get some points. You got the coach calling the point guard aside right now. He's going, okay, look, this is what we're looking to do on our next set or so. This is the defense that we want to run. We got to get us a stop. Let's continue to keep doing what we're doing. And so it's just a calming effect. And so I like this because you were asking about free throws and getting to the free throw line. That's why you want a guy that can get to the free throw line for you.
Lindstrom able to knock both free throws. Now it's Team Blue's turn. Willingham for 3. No good. And there's Green with the rebound. Gustav Green, he was matched up against DeLille, and the pass goes to Lindstrom over on the left wing.
Got the mismatch, too.
Yes, he does. Gustav turns around, hits it off the glass. It's 85-85.
That play right there tells me a lot about players, because you knew you had the mismatch, and oh my goodness, he continues to put his defender on skates. Wow.
It's Kuz DeLille coming up with the quick bucket, the floating variety, and Team Blue retakes the lead. Now a sloppy pass stolen by Mendonca. Lindstrom turning the ball over there. Now Kuz DeLille over to Willingham on the near side. Willingham backs away. Goes back to DeLille. High shot arc. 3 is through. Here's the man of the hour, Kuz DeLille. He's impressing the scouts here in this Canadian showcase.
And I tell you what, he is. Oh goodness.
Alley-oop to Darius. It was line drive pass over to him, and he puts up the dunk. 90-87. These some excellent baskets he scored here throughout. Oh my goodness, Mendonca out of nowhere.
He is done. He literally is a magnet for the basketball. He just finds a way to get to the rim and get some good shots at the rim. I'm just really impressed. I don't think they've run a play for him really all afternoon, JJP, but he is just finding a way to put the ball in the basket.
And this is Basketball Without Borders, or the SWBA All-Star Game. We're seeing a ton of highlights. So many, and they're bound to fill up all of social media. Good work here by two teams from up north. Kuz DeLille over on the near side. He's hounded, so he goes to Mendonca. 5-point lead for Team Blue. Mendonca. Oh, there he is from point-blank range.
And that's the first time we've seen him take a couple dribbles and get to a shot. Usually he's the one that's coming off of a nice cut or a follow or something like that. So he's showing us all the offensive bag right now.
Strum passes to Kelm. Kelm able to shake the defender briefly, but still misses. And there's Trey Scott Jr. Scott Jr. will fly high to Mendonca. More alley-oops on display here in the fourth quarter. This is the hottest place in Chi-Town. Basketball Without Borders. Canada. Oh, Canada. We love what displaying for us here for our audience tonight.
Oh, man. And I love just the subtle setups that he's just doing. Ooh, I'm surprised that missed, because that was a great look that he had.
It was a rare miss from Kuz DeLille. Meanwhile, on the other end, a miss as well. Scotts Jr. there with the board. Now, Team Blue smartly taking some time. 2:33 on the clock, but Kuz DeLille wants to score. Oh, it's rejected. Still Team Blue's ball. So, would you knock that as a negative for Kuz DeLille?
Because in that point in time at the game, really it seemed like the rest of the floor everybody else was on the other side of the floor, and he really didn't have another option. And so he went up at the defender, and usually you draw the foul or you're going to score the bucket. And so you got to give the defender a lot of credit for being able to avoid the foul and get over and block the shot. So,
meanwhile, on take two, Kuz DeLille able to score. Makes it 98-87, 2:26 left in the fourth quarter. Looks like Team Blue has us in the back, Rico.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like that with 2:26 to go, but I just like the fight that we're seeing here from Team Gray. You still got the three-point shot. And really, I think that if Team Gray is able to just stop the stuff at the rim and maybe go on a little spurt here, there's a chance that they can go ahead and they can pull this thing out, because what they tied, or they took the lead, I think, at one point. So I'm a little mistaken here. I got to go back and take a look. But they got back into the game, and then you have Team Blue that went on a little bit of a run. So it's certainly not over for Team Gray, but they got to get on their horse right now with 2:26 to go.
All right, maybe a term that scouts would probably write down for Kuz DeLille, who's scored plenty tonight, is he's got swagger. Does that term swagger hold any weight in scouting reports for you, Rico?
It does, as far as when I'm looking at my locker room when I'm looking at building a team identity, because that's another thing too. When you're getting players, you don't just get random players. You get players that fit your style of play. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Dwyer, man.
That is the type of swagger that you want on every team right there. Somebody with reckless abandons to the rim. And so anyway, you want that type of swagger, and that really, it gets your team into whatever identity you're looking for.
Oh, it's been quite the exchanger between Dwyer and DeLille. These two men putting up highlight clips throughout these 4 quarters. It's 98 and 91. DeLille trying to feed Scotty does. Scotts is able to score. So triple digits now for Team Blue. Now Dwyer looking to hopefully end his day on a positive with maybe 1 or 2 highlights. Have enough time for them.
Just pushed it off the rim.
Yeah.
So say Team Gray just hasn't been able to stop anything at the rim, and I just think that Team Blue has just done a terrific job as far as continuing to go down there. So if it's not broke, hey, just keep going back to it.
It seemed like Team Blue was really in control, knowing when to do step on the gas when they were starting to cool off. Now they're up by 11, 1:14 remaining in this 4th quarter. Dominic Dwyer over to his right side and turns the ball over to Scotts.
That might be the nail in the coffin right there. With now going under a minute to go, you're seeing that Team Blue is taking the air out of the ball. You're seeing that right now the guards are spacing it out, and they're probably going to utilize all the shot clock here.
Gotta credit Scotts Jr.'s defensive instincts these last few minutes of the ball game. Able to create chaos, and here's Dwyer. Missing badly on the 3, didn't even touch rim. So Team Blue looking for one last, maybe 2 more makes. Oh, a little bit of reckless there was Peyton. But back to Team Gray. Don't forget, tomorrow, Basketball Without Borders Europe, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Europe's best coming from high school and SimWorld Prep on this floor here in Chicago.
That's going to be a nice showcase right there. That's a nice shot.
Well, catch and shoot for Dwyer. It looks like his final seconds will tick. Team Blue, the stronger squad on the floor, but all in all, impressive showings on both sides. A lot of good notes. I wish I was a fly on the wall with these scout meetings, Rico. I know you do too.
So I don't think anybody hurt their stock as far as going to the next level. I think everybody played extremely well. And so even though there's going to be a loser here, that's just how it goes. But I think that both teams played extremely hard. And I liked what we saw, across the board from everybody.
All right, we thank you for watching Basketball Without Borders Canada. On behalf of myself, JJP, and Rico, thank you for watching. Don't forget, SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. Good night, everybody.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.